Greetings my lords and my ladies, welcome to another episode of Chronicles of the Immortals, where we uncover stories of our beloved heroes. And tonight I will tell you the tale of the warrior queen of Connacht, Medb. In the midst of Irish legend, where history and myth intertwine, there stands a figure of immense power, ambition and will. She was not a king, but a queen who commanded armies, shaped destinies and defied the expectations of her age. Her name was Medb of Connacht, a sovereign in her own right, a warrior, a strategist and the architect of one of the most famous epics in Celtic lore. To understand Medb, we must first understand her world. Iron Age Ireland, a land of warring kingdoms and proud tribes. Medb was no consort, she was a queen who ruled from the great fortress of Connacht. Her power came with a famous precondition. She declared that any man who would be her king must be without meanness, without jealousy and without fear. Most importantly, he had to be her equal in every way. She found such a man in Ailill, MacMata, and together they ruled Connacht. But this partnership would soon be tested by one thing – a comparison of their wealth. One night, the royal couple compared their fortunes. To Medb's fury, she discovered Ailill possessed one great white-horned bull, Finbenach, that she could not match. Her own herd was complete in every other way, but she lacked a bull of equal stature. For Medb, this was an intolerable inequality. It was a challenge to her status and her sovereignty. She learned that the only bull to rival Finbenach was the brown bull of Cooley, owned by the Ulstermen. She sent emissaries to negotiate for the bull, but when diplomacy failed, she saw only one path forward – she would take it. And so Queen Medb raised a mighty army from all corners of Ireland and marched to Ulster. This was not a raid, it was an invasion. The cattle raid of Cooley had begun. Medb was no passive observer. She led from the front, a strategist and a warrior queen. Her campaign was initially successful, as the warriors of Ulster were struck down by a mysterious curse, leaving them helpless. But one obstacle remained. The teenage hero, Cuchulainn. He invoked the right of single combat, and for months he held Medb's entire army at bay at the fords of Ulster. Medb's forces were bled dry by this one-man army. Yet she persevered. She was pragmatic, ruthless and determined. She even sent her own foster son to fight him, a decision that showed the brutal calculus of her rule. In the end, she succeeded in capturing the brown bull, but at a horrific cost. The two bulls fought and killed each other, and Medb's army returned to Connacht broken and diminished. She had won her prize, but lost so much more. So what is the legacy of Queen Medb? She is often simplified, called a villainess or defined by her infamous promiscuity, a trait that patriarchal monks who recorded the myth used to undermine her. But to see her only through that lens is to miss her true significance. Medb represents sovereign power. She was a queen who demanded equality, who wielded authority unapologetically, and who set in motion one of the foundational stories of Irish culture. She was a force of nature, as formidable as the Irish landscape itself. Not a monster, not a saint, but a ruler whose ambition, flaws, and indomitable will echo through the centuries. A queen who went to war for what was hers, and in doing so became a legend. Thank you for watching and see you again in the Infinity Kingdom. Bye bye.